Hello, friends. Nice having you all here today. In life, sometimes we can't do certain things on our own. We need someone to assist us to do that particular task or an exercise. However, they have also talked to people several times. If you're not strong enough to handle a particular job, or you're not strong enough to venture into a particular kind of exercise, if you must do that exercise or that adventure, go along with someone who knows that particular activity very well, so that the person can help you, or better still, if anything goes wrong, you have someone that will be there to assist you to avoid any form of harm or casualty occurring. Despite all of this, some people still insist they want to go on their own and do certain things on their own, that they feel they are capable and they don't need anybody's help. Yes, it's very good to be courageous in life and venture into things, but there are certain things that you and I know that you can't just go on your own and do it. You need help one way or the other. You need assistance. You need someone to watch over you. This has got nothing to do with whether you're a baby or an adult. No. Everybody at every time in life, you would need somebody to assist you one way or the other. That doesn't mean you're a weak person, or that doesn't mean that you're someone who has incapabilities. No, you are also helping yourself to be better at that thing, because we all need people who have passed through a particular kind of hurdles in life, or that have gone through a particular thing that we're about to start. Those people will serve like a teacher or a role model to help us or groom us to be just like them. But some people still insist they don't want anybody's help, and that is the unfortunate thing that has happened to this young, beautiful lady. It's going to shock all of you as to what happened to this lady that you're seeing here right now. But friends, while we're getting in to know what really happened to this beautiful lady, please take this time, for those of you that have not subscribed, hit on the subscribe button, also the notification bell, so you get notified each time we upload a new video. To my old subscribers, I want to appreciate you all and say thank you. And to those that have just subscribed while I'm even speaking, I also want to appreciate you and say a big thank you. Friends, this lady you're seeing here, she's actually from Kenya, but she's based in Canada. This incident just happened on Thursday. It's a very painful news reaching us, and especially her own family members. This lady decided that she wanted to go on a live stream with her views, and at the same time she wanted to interact with them while she's doing what she is actually doing, which I'll be talking about. Meanwhile, before she went on her live stream, she had written a particular caption on her page, and she wrote this: Nimitoka job, I'm feeling good. And then after she wrote this, exactly 2 p.m., she decided to go on a live stream. And at the same time, she was responding to her views while they passed and sent comments to her. She didn't just want to ignore them, but she was there from that too. And guys, what was she doing? This lady was swimming and at the same time live streaming herself, swimming, responding to comments from her views. And that did not end there. The lady, who is identified as Wendy, now took a dive into the waters several meters. Alright, the lady, she's identified as Wendy, that's her name. At exactly 5:45 p.m., she now took a dive into the water. She was some meters away from her recording instruments that she was actually using to carry out the live stream, while she was communicating and responding to her viewers that were actually questioning her or passing out comments to her. And she kept talking and diving while she was holding her face underneath the water for several seconds before swimming back up again to read comments. Guys, I'm sure a lot of people will be wondering what is going on here. She will dive back, go underneath, right under the water, and then she will come back again, continue responding to her viewers while she kept on diving down into the water. And This kept on happening over and over again. And she went on for several minutes until the 10th minute, when she took her final leap into the water. And then what happened? It felt like there was a pause, but there was bubbles just coming out. You know, when someone had sunk into the water and the person is trying to gasp for air, you would see some kind of bubbles popping out of the water where the person is either swimming or playing. And exactly 10:33 minutes, everything was recorded with time, because she was using her recording gadget, so it will be taking time, and everything that was happening, you can see it. It's live stream. Wendy now started gasping for air as she was trying to struggle with sounds while kicking and screaming inside that swimming pool where she was. And guys, unfortunately, there was just nobody around. So you can imagine how long this lady must have been struggling underneath that water without anyone close by to even hear her or even observe that something was going wrong under the water. It's just her viewers that was actually seeing that something was wrong. They were not seeing her, but they were observing that like bubbles were coming up, and they knew something was not right at that time. Wendy didn't come up again, and at exactly 11:54, she made the last sound before it completely went silent. So it was just viewers that were seeing all of these things, but viewers could be in different locations at different time zone, and no one would be able to know how to reach her except if it's someone who was even in Canada or even close by. And you may not even know the exact pool she has gone to. It's not like she showed the name of the place or something that would make people to identify her location easily. Even for those that were in Canada, no one could even identify what pool she was in as of the time this horrible incident was going on. And then from that time, the camera kept on rolling for like 3 hours. So, guys, look at alone in a swimming pool and drowning for a whole 3 good hours. No one was there. And that was exactly when someone came in after that 3 hours. A man came around at exactly like 3:09. So just think of it. This person cannot be seen or heard anymore. Then 2 minutes later, another man came in. The first guy who even came did not observe anything. He didn't notice anything because as of that time, everyone was calm and quiet. Then it was when the second man came in and asked the one in the pool that what was in the water, because they did not hear sound or movement, but that second guy observed that something was at the bottom of that swimming pool. And the man said that he thought it was like a puddle or something that was just maybe like an instrument, not a human being. He didn't even think of that at all. Then he now just asked the other guy that, what do you think? Do you think this could be a human being that is actually dead in the water and just lying there helplessly? He now went around the pool and confirmed that it was indeed a human being that was right under the water. He now called the caretaker of the facility. It was just so pathetic and painful. Guys, could you believe that just within those hours, she had already gotten over 8,000 comments, 7,000 likes, and it was shared over 1,400 times. There was actually a live video, but things like this can't be placed out here in the open. They are usually graphic, and you can't be permitted to release such videos to the public. Friends, that was how this young beautiful lady just lost her own life. A lot of people kept asking, why didn't she go there with anybody? This young lady, Wendy, was only 24 years old. It's a heartbreaking and painful incident. Imagine you as a family or her sibling or her parents just get to hear my daughter is live streaming, and the next thing is the person is dead. Her family members are in great shock. In fact, her father, who is 55 years old young man, Mr. John, said that he was overcome with a lot of emotions and that he painfully watched his daughter's life come to a halt. And seeing her throwing herself into the swimming pool, diving in and out. The video was shared. A lot of people have the videos and they're actually watching it. And fortunately, the father was able to see how his own daughter died. The father said that when he was watching it, he saw his daughter being so happy and that his daughter was excited, swimming and even commenting and communicating with her viewers while she was diving. That he didn't see anything unusual, and that all he noticed that the daughter was talking to the camera and that she was looking excited. She loved what she was doing as of that time. But that he later saw people writing sorrowful comments and that he didn't understand why people were sending all those bad comments to his daughter when he knew that the daughter was just still swimming. The only thing that made him more confused was he missed those few final moments when Wendy drowned before the live footage went silent until someone from Canada now called him to convey the news that really it was his daughter, that the person he was watching on that live stream, that he knew it was his daughter, and he was confused that really she died after few minutes into that her swimming, that she was actually live streaming that same Thursday. It's so heartbreaking. So imagine how the father and his wife and the siblings felt watching this. The father said that was when reality hit him, when the call from Canada came in to him and was like, yes, your daughter has drowned and she is dead, and it was documented. So this one is not like someone pushed her or they're trying to investigate. Everything was live streamed, and there was just no one around her. She was all alone in that swimming pool. In fact, the father was so shocked that as soon as he heard the call, he just started crying and couldn't even control himself. And the father said that Wendy left for Canada in 2018, that things have been very difficult for them, that they've been struggling so hard to even make ends meet, that himself and Wendy's mom struggled hard to teach her. And afterwards, she applied for, it's like a visa lottery that they usually do in the United States, but this one was in Canada. She applied for it and she won. And when you win that particular one, you're to go and live permanently in Canada, just like the US visa lottery that people usually play and win. That's exactly what she got. And then she left and even started a very good career, nursing. She has started going to her nursing school, and the father said at the same time she will go and do some side jobs and even try to send money to them. She's the first born of the family, and that money she was sending to them, it was helping them because they've been struggling so hard and trying to see how they can fend for the family. But that Wendy's going to Canada had helped to relieve some of the burdens in the house, that things were trying to stabilize for them. That now he's so broken, like he's now going back to square one of the suffering that they have been suffering. So look at how this lady has caused pain for her family and has lost her life. In fact, a lot of people are so pained and heartbroken because she went there alone. These kind of things, you don't go there alone. You're swimming, anything can happen. And some people were even saying that if she's not very familiar with swimming or diving into the water and staying there for some minutes, why do you engage in such kind of practice when you know that you are alone? Because if someone was there with her, we all know that Wendy wouldn't have drowned to death. Imagine the number of hours she stayed underneath the water and was struggling with herself before she finally gave up the ghost. If only someone was even passing by, it would have even helped the situation. But unfortunately, Wendy was gone before anyone could even locate her there. It's so painful. Alright, look at now her family members. Life can't be the same for them anymore. Aside from the fact that Wendy was supportive, but the fact that they've lost their daughter, it can never be the same anymore for them, emotionally, physically, and otherwise. Please, this is a message to a lot of people out there. If you are not very familiar with certain things, please go along with someone who knows that particular activity or exercise or whatever you're trying to. Make sure someone is there watching. You're not there all by yourself. It's unfortunate that Wendy lost her life like this. People watched her die and they couldn't tell because Like I said earlier, people are in different locations, different time zone, and even those that are in Canada don't even know the exact swimming pool she went to. So how will they go around? Canada is a large place. How would you start traveling around or going around to look for her in a particular swimming pool? It's a very painful one, and we pray that the soul of Wendy rest in peace. May God console her parents, her siblings, her entire family members. May God console them all. Right now, they are now coming back to Kenya with corpses instead of Wendy coming back to see her family. And the father said ever since she left in 2013, she had not returned home. She was just trying to ensure she stabilized herself and try to help her family. But death has swept her away. It's really, really sad. May God console her family. It's a very painful incident. Friends, please, if you have anything to say, you could put that down at the comment section. Thank you for coming up today. Please, before you leave, not forget to hit on the subscribe button. Also, the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Please don't forget to like and share this video. Thank you. God bless you all.